Not too long ago, I had a viewer request, and that's what we're going to make today. It sounded really interesting, something simple, but looks good. This is Smashburger Taco with secret sauce. I think you're going to like this. It's a little twist on Smashburgers. So let's get to making it right now. Alright, we've got a bowl for our secret sauce, pound of ground beef, and we're going to be using 6-inch tortillas. So let's work on our ground beef first. We're going to make our hamburgers out of this. And I'm going to make 8, I think, out of this pound of ground beef. And we're just going to smush them all together. About golf ball size. Well, actually, it's bigger than golf ball size. Almost pool ball size. Anyway, we're going to take the pound of ground beef. We're going to mush it up so it's divided evenly into 8 balls, and that's going to be where our Smashburgers come from. Next, we're going to make some sauce. We're going to put 3/4 cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1.5 teaspoons of mustard. Next up, we've got a hand and 3 tablespoons of dill pickle relish, onions, 2 tablespoons of minced onions, or about that much. Pepper, 1/2 teaspoon. Salt, 1/2 teaspoon. Paprika, 1/2 teaspoon. Some garlic powder, 1/2 to a full teaspoon. And that's 1.5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. We're going to combine all this together and give it a nice mix. Take a little test just to make sure it tastes good. Yummy. Into the fridge till we need it. Next up, we need some lettuce. And I'm going to chop this, well, somewhat fine. It's easier to chop up if it's iceberg lettuce, because that's nice and round and it's a little firmer. You can chop it a little thinner. This will do. That's what I had in the fridge. There's our lettuce. Okay, what else do we need for a Smashburger taco? Well, we're going to need some pickles. So you get the dill pickle relish you could use. So even if you come to the point where you don't have dill pickle relish, just grab some dill pickles and chop them up really small. Ta-da! Alright, I've got my tabletop griddle out, warmed up. We'll give it a little spray just in case the burgers decide to stick. You know how it is. I don't think I'm going to be needing it, but it's always precautionary. 1 6-inch tortilla and 1 burger. And we're going to smash it down ever so carefully. And of course, I'm doing this and thinking, yeah, okay, this is working out good, but I don't like the bendy on that flipper, so I go to my other one. It's old, but you know, it's a little firmer and it does the job. And my tortilla is moving all over the place, so I'm not so sure I'm liking it. There's got to be a better way. There is, but we'll get to that. So you want to come out as close to the edges as you can, smush them down, and there's our 4. We let it cook on the bottom about 3-4 minutes. See how it's nice and golden brown there? Yummy. We'll just flip them all over. And now the next step is, once these are cooked, another 3 minutes on the other side, because of course we want your hamburger to cook. I'm thinking, I got to put cheese on this. How's that going to happen? Well, you know, if I bother to read directions, which I don't like doing sometimes, I'm supposed to do this first and then flip it over, which I didn't do. So the second lift, I will do it the proper way. So the idea being is that you put your cheese on now until it gets nice and melty like that. We're going to put them off to the side ever so carefully. And then we're going to do our second lift of 4 the proper way. Those look good though, I got to give you that. So now we've done the same thing. I've kind of mushed the hamburger out a bit. Now it cooks upside down. Just like that. Now I found that because I've got to smash the burger down now, it was actually easier to use my hand like I'm doing, because I tried it with the flipper. It didn't work as good, and you want to push it right out to the edges too, right? So I found the bottom side wasn't that hot, so I could actually push, smash it with my fingers is what I'm doing. Same idea, 2-3 minutes. See how the tortilla is kind of brown on that side? So now we're going to flip these all over. Yummy. They look good. Our burger's pretty well cooked. Now the cheese slices go on. Just like that. They're all nice and melty. Now we can get these off. We've got a good chunk of smash burger to make our taco with. I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's really, at this point, just building. So here's our 4 smash burgers. And onto that goes just a little bit of relish. Maybe a half tablespoon. Some onions. A little handful of chopped onions. To your liking, of course. I probably would have put more on, or maybe even... You can't really do an onion slice because you got to fold them over in the tacos. And the sauce that we just put together, oh yeah, good tablespoon-ish of that. A bunch of lettuce on top. That way you feel good about yourself. And now the tricky part I found was folding these. They weren't as easy as I thought. It took a little effort to actually get them to fold. And they looked really good. They looked quite taco-ish. The problem was keeping them folded like that. I had thought of different ideas to do it. There was no way. You had to fold them over, put your stuff in. I thought that maybe if I folded them like this, they'd retain their shape. That didn't quite work out that way. But it was a good effort. I give myself A for effort. So once we put them together, I had a request for some without lettuce on it. That's okay. Here they are all put together. They smell great. And there you have it. Thanks for the suggestion. And there's your smash burger tacos. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.